One night I'm going to be staying in a roof tent. Well, I have no idea what I'm getting up to these next 2 days. All I know is I'm going to be driving 3.5 hours into Wales. It's kind of like Snowdonia, Eryri territory. And we have an adventure-packed couple of days. I have packed so much stuff for 2 days. They said, make sure you've got layers, you've got things for activities. The weather is also looking quite wet. In fact, let me see if I can pronounce the area that we're going to be in. Blaenau Festiniog Gwynedd. I've absolutely butchered that. It's looking very wet. This isn't even all my stuff, right? However, packing cubes, by the way, best thing ever. If you don't use these when you pack, then who are you? I have a packing cube, right, for my pajamas. Right, so yes, there's a woolly hat because one night I'm going to be staying in a roof tent, which is going to be amazing, but the temperature is going to be dropping down to 10 degrees Celsius, and I am the coldest person alive. I get so cold, so I've had to take so many layers. All of this just for sleeping. But now I need to finish packing my stuff, and then we're going to get on the road. So we've driven it's been about a couple of hours now, and I have a fabulous co-pilot slash driver with me today. He's the one and only.
Welcome back.
Natasha Chatton. Guys, if you haven't seen her content, it's Auto Social, a fabulous car review platform that I think you should go check out. We're nearing Wales now, and we've had some really wet weather already, and it's the start of what is to come. As we crossed the border into Wales, the landscapes began to drastically change. Straight flat motorways turned into winding passes through mountainscapes, quaint slate stone villages, and of course, plenty of sheep. After about 4.5 hours of driving, we made it to our home for the next couple of days. Choose from a cosy hotel room, a bougie glamping pod, or tucked away shepherd's hut up the mountain. Or this is where I'm due to be staying tonight. I can't wait. I think they're going to be moving this, so it's a little bit more rural than being the reception area of where we're staying, but I can't wait to stay in this. And I love that they have set up some old school Volvo models here as well. So it's been a really lovely entrance, and look at this view. Oh, just glorious. And then it was time for the briefing of what on earth we're doing for the day.
There are places where if you get it wrong, it's about 200 feet till you hit the bottom. Okay, so please be very, very careful.
200-foot drops are the risk we'll be taking for a timed trial up the mountain, and we were getting paired up into teams.
And then we've got Rob, Gil and Eilis.
Oi, oi.
One's to what?
Rob's definitely a speed demon. I'm not sure how I feel about this, to be perfectly honest with you, but my competitive streak is telling me let's have it. Oh, but before we go, we got sized up for these very chic and cumbersome jackets. Take a guess what we're up to after. Will we drop 200 foot to our peril? Hopefully not. Can we climb our way to the top of the leaderboard? We better had.
That was up the car. Power. We're going to a 90 left here, so let's do
Does that mean I go? No.
Go now.
Oh, it's not in drive.
It's fine, mate, fine. Go, keep going. Faster, faster.
Oh, God.
Quick, faster.
Note to self, make sure the car isn't in neutral when you're at the starting line. Oh my God, there's cones.
It's all right. Oh mate, it's epic up here.
This is stunning.
Right,
Shame I can't take
nail
any
it.
views.
Go flat.
Oh my God.
Keep going. It's fine, windscreen
I can't
wiper.
see. Despite my best efforts, it seemed that, at least to Rob, I needed to go faster. My heartbeat, on the other hand. But it wasn't all about speed. We also had to park in multiple parking bays using the EX30's cameras. If you hit a cone, you get a penalty.
Still saying back, still saying back. Still saying stop. Right, that's good.
Not a single cone was hit. Now it's time for Rob. Okay, so we didn't drive off a 200-foot cliff, but this time we're jumping off one. That was terrifying but incredible. And actually doing a zip line doesn't even feel as scary now after having done that. I thought I was going to die about 20 times. This, easy.
Yeah.
Oh, so I'll just look.
Yeah, so if you turn.
How fast does it go?
Depends how much timber you carry.
Okay, this is definitely fine, yeah?
Charlie, how can you put this first line to do? I'm going.
Okay.
Okay, guys.
3, dying,
Go! Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness, hello. Well, I don't know what to say. I'm shaking. Rob, how was it for you?
That was good, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was so sick.
So what was more scary, the rally drive or the zip?
Oh, the rally drive. My nervous system needs regulating, and all that's left for the day is a gorgeous dinner with the gang, and this is something that is always a big bonus coming on these trips. The food and drink is always top notch, as well as the company, of course. And soon enough, it was time to announce the winners of the time trial. We actually came in third, which I'm pretty chuffed about. After dinner, it was time for bed, but because the weather was so bad, I wasn't able to sleep in the tent box as planned. So instead, I was driven up the top of the mountain in the pitch black to a shepherd's hut. This is like some kind of horror film right here. It's amazing.
Yeah, if you hear things moving around in the night, it's a sheep.
Well, this is home for the next couple of nights. It's got a rustic coziness to it. There's no plugs, but you do get a power bank to charge your electronics. For a quote-unquote hut, this is kitted out really nicely. They've given us some hot water bottles. They knew that I was coming. We've got some nice waterproof gear here for tomorrow. And some gifts, including, I think there's a sleeping bag. Great. I don't know if you can hear that, but the wind is buffeting against this hut. I feel like I'm really in the sticks. I've got my hot water heating up right now. I can't wait to get cozy. This is a lovely experience. I've actually got space. And if I need a wee in the night, there's a toilet right there. Waking up in the morning, I was so pleased to actually see my surroundings and place myself. There are only 5 huts up here and they're spaced apart enough for you to feel pretty isolated. I didn't get much sleep last night because the wind and rain was hammering it down. You're so high up, you get your own electric buggy to take you down the mountain, which takes you, no joke, 10 minutes. After some breakfast, we got a presentation from the interior designer of the Volvo EX30cc, which was really special. Eric's able to pick apart every aspect of the car and show how intentional every part of the puzzle is. And it's such an eye-opener. For example, they've put a sound bar here at the top. And what that means is you are able to then get rid of the need for speakers in the front doors, which then means you can have a bit more space for storage. So as you can see, I've got my 750ml bottle in here, which fits really nicely, and of course a lovely armrest doesn't go amiss, nice and comfy, lots of nice space. And as well, we have basically all the controls in the center of the vehicle, which makes for a really nice, neat and smart interior. It also means, as Eric, the designer, was saying, it's actually really handy and less carbon intensive when they need to move the steering wheel to the other side, depending on where you live in the world, because then it means that they can just move the steering wheel, don't need to move any of the components, which is, I think, quite smart. All right, we're on day 2 and we had an interesting night last night, didn't we?
I said to Eilis, I was like, did you sleep okay? She was looking a little bit tired at breakfast. You've woken up now, but I was like, oh, that is the face of somebody who had a disrupted night.
Yeah, do you know what it was? It was just arriving to the shepherd's hut in the pitch black, not having any idea where we are, just trusting these people that they've dropped us off in a safe location. The wind and the rain was howling, but being able to see the view this morning was, yeah, it was all worth it. It was a really, really cool experience. But now we are headed off to Black Rock Beach. What's so funny about this car is the fact that this is actually the first time I'm experiencing it on a road. I was at the launch of the EX30 Cross Country at the beginning of the year, and if you guys want to watch that video, then make sure to hit the link above right now, because I do a deep dive into the cross country, so check that out. Driving it on the ice was yeah, you can't really get a feel for it, can you, when you're slipping and sliding around, but it's got punch. Doesn't it?
It's rapid.
And I think it looks so good as well, particularly when it's got the roof racks on. It's got that really rugged look that is just screaming, take me out on an adventure, and that's exactly what we're going to be going on today. On the beach, and we can only go at 10 miles per hour, which is really difficult to do. We're just poodling around by the tide. Quite calming compared to yesterday.
It is calming.
Actually. And you know what? The cabin is just so quiet. Can't even hear the sea.
I know. We almost
get the window down. Oh no, you can't. Get my window down. Oh.
Oh.
Stunning.
That is crazy though, because with that window up, you can't hear any of that.
Yeah. The cabin is insulated. Beach drive conquered, we move on to the ugly room tea house, which is ironically so picturesque. I obviously ate my fill of Welsh cakes and had some homemade Scotch eggs and quiche. But we were running a little bit behind time before our next activity, so it was onwards along the stunning Penny Pass, which takes you right through a Riri. If you're looking for a UK adventure, I cannot recommend this region enough. We managed to do a quick stop to check out Yrwydfa and take it all in before kicking off our final adventure for the day, kayaking on this glorious lake. I actually stayed here a couple of years ago on my birthday to climb Yrwydfa, but didn't get the chance to kayak on the lake, so it felt really special to be back here with a great team and soak up the views, this time from a humble kayak. Wibbly wobbly. I used to get a bit wet, don't you? The water comes down. Well, I was hoping to finish off this trip by doing a lovely outro next to the Volvo EX30 Cross Country, but the weather is awful outside, so instead I'm going to just do my final thoughts from this gorgeous shepherd's hut. These past few days I've truly been thrown into what the EX30 Cross Country has been designed to cater for those off-road adventures, weekend getaways, getting out to the beach, getting into the mountains and going on those adventurous holidays and excursions that it's designed for. The car feels so good to drive. It handled those Welsh mountainous roads beautifully. Now I will say the efficiency wasn't fabulous. If I was looking at the current trip, the numbers for that were 28.3 kilowatt hours every 100 miles. So that roughly translates to about 3.5 miles to the kilowatt hour, which is like average. And bearing in mind, this is actually a fairly light electric SUV compared to SUVs generally. So I think the fact that obviously it is dual motor and you're able to like push it to its limits, etc., it does mean that it does eat up a bit more juice than perhaps you might want to for a car that's designed to maybe take you out into the wilderness and the open. You want to make sure that you have enough range and battery to get you back to where you need to go. And that is something that I did cover in my original initial review of the Cross Country when it was released at the beginning of the year. And actually, in fact, if you look at the efficiency for the car since its reset, it was actually giving even lower numbers, lower efficiency. 34.4 kilowatt hours per 100 miles will roughly translate to around 2.9 miles per kilowatt hour. So even worse. But I love, despite how the car is so small and powerful and really fun to drive, it's really efficient with how it uses its storage space. Not only do you have the boot in the back with the lovely little graphics that tell you what you can fit in there, and obviously you can fold the seats down, but you've also got loads of options to be able to carry on the outside of the car. Like you get like bike racks that you can attach to the back. You've got your roof racks as well, which makes the car look really good. I'd love to get my hands on one personally so I can do my own adventure and see how it fares. But for now, it's time to head back to England. And my final thought actually is, if I had half the amount of resilience that one of these Welsh mountain sheeps have, I think I'd be able to take over the world.